Hello there, everyone. Today I am here to show how the Skylander game shows or relates to environmental science with two levels in particularly that can show a lot of it. Two of them actually having well, one of them have it in the name, maybe even two. But well, yeah, actually two. So the first one obviously being Oil Spill Island. It's in the name. It's an island that is having an oil spill. So quick context to this. This one technically is a huge impact on water pollution. And as you can see, as what golfer fan was about to say, hey, yes, all of this water in here is polluted. Polluted. Sure, I can have someone like float on it, but it is polluted. This is not what their water should normally look like. It has been polluted with oil. This can be said the same way as water. Water can be affected in the real world by oil. It is a very huge negative impact. Right. And as you can see, there are lines in the water. And if those pipelines break, that obviously will go into the water and it can affect the animals, plant life, and other aquatic things in the water. And even this, it is showing that oil spill and what it does. Even though, no, it is. And even here, yes, perfect example. It is killing the life. It is killing the animals within the aquatic environment. The water in the element of this game is showing that yes, there is 100% pollution going on here. Majority of that is because of engineering and using than oil in fossil fuel. This can also be related to Earth because fossil fuel is what the biggest thing we are of right now is trying to drill for. We are wanting that oil and we are have to drill in the earth to get that. And that also can mean we have to drill it into the water. So if we drill for oil in the water, that means we have to get, well, oil from water. We have to dig under Earth's surface. And because of that, we could have oil spills. And we have had in the past in real life oil spills that have caused colossal damage. They can take years to even clean up oil spills, and sometimes it's very hard to even get rid of all that oil. Sometimes that oil just stays in to the water and is basically almost impossible to fully get rid of. And as you can also see, due to this being a fossil fuel, it causes smoke, and that smoke can go into the air. And with that smoke it can change the weather in the air and can have negative impacts on air itself. Oh, you see, there is a lot of pollution going on here. With all this air being polluted by, well, steam smoke and drilling fossil fuel, and that can burn stuff because you need to burn fossil fuel to make it work. You need to take that smoke. It needs to go somewhere. And if you put it in the air, it can change temperature. It can cause climate change, and it can really negatively affect other impacts. It can even change how other creatures live. It can change how the sky looks. It can darken the area. Yeah, because of all of this being the major fact of fossil fuel or whatever the trolls are drilling for, which is oil 100%, and it's negatively affecting multiple parts of life itself, being aquatic, earth, and air. Earth being the main one because fossil fuel comes from us. Water being the main purpose around this entire area that I'm explaining, and that is negatively being impacted because they're drilling for oil in the water, and then air obviously being used because fossil fuel being burned and creating smoke, and that smoke going into the air and polluting it and killing all the life. Right. The only one that is not shown within this level is obviously life. Right? So a quick rundown. There is another way how pollution can be done within life. So I'm going to go quickly to that level and explain why it also shows pollution. So it's treetop tracing is a area of life that is also has been habitat, but it has also been affected by human impact. Human impact, obviously, being trolls and all that, all the evil around it. As you can see, looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. Very beautiful area. Making sure that this is the actual right level of you showing. If not, fine. This is still somewhat of a great showing of life and how that it's important to see how life works with other types of life because life is built up upon multiple things now living. Because other parts of life work together to protect each other, make their homes, and that it is built upon each other. Like right now, I'm playing a tree character that resembles a tree in that it can be used to help protect other creatures from predators, obviously being humans, being the majority, or elves, whatever you want to call it. Life is able to get completed if we destroy it. We are we are abruptly going on to other things' land and destroying it and causing an impact to what the life needs to be. So if we go to an actual place of life, like nothing has been touched, and it is only around the animals and the plants that live. If we cut down those trees, we ruin the habitat. We are ruining our own things. Because if we go into another environment, we can actually pollute it. Because think about it. We could go to a certain area because it has fossil fuel. It is covered with trees, animals, those. We would probably want to destroy all that because we want that fossil fuel for money. We want a gain. So if we do that, that would negatively impact not just humans, but it has a much more huge negative impact on life around that environment because life is no longer getting in all of that nature because now we're polluting life itself by abruptly interrupting what it once was. Uh, None of this that is built was naturally made by life. It was had some type of impact of humans and somehow, one way or another. None of this was made because this was not naturally something you could see an animal being able to make. Like if a bird was in a nest, it would create its nest. Humans actually need to build upon something and to create things. Like this would be more seen as probably a treehouse. We are abruptly destroying life, polluting it, and making it worse for animals. And it can make them move. It can create negative impacts for what we are doing. And there is more like this. It is not just this one. A better example of this to show what negative impact humans can do is fallen forests. As you can see in the screen, the trolls are are cutting these trees off and destroying the life because they are trying to build something. And, and that could cause massive damage. These trees look even huge. So, as you can see, they are destroying these trees, which obviously is very negative for life. It will make animals move away. It will cause massive damage. And those drills can cause smoke. So with that, it is already polluting the air around it, and that it is harming the animals that live in that environment, and even the plants, destroying all the life even around it making it not habitable for most creatures. Heck, yeah, even blowing it up with fireworks is technically not even a good idea because that fire and that smoke is going to cause damage. It is still going to go up in the air and can cause much more. If that actual teeth machine blew up, like something you could actually see, and cause a big fire, it would cause way more damage to life in destroying it. Okay? And that smoke within that fire can also cause more environmental crisis and become a natural disaster. Obviously, there are some things in this game that are not real, like having spinning blades in the tree, because this is probably not humanly made. But obviously, yes, there are machines that are used to cut down maybe big trees, and those machines are obviously being used like fossil fuel. So if you take what's in the fossil fuel, that a fire could start from said fossil fuel machine, it can have negative impact on life in the environment. With not even and speaking of the fact that there's already like living in that place, like living in the place, you're already negatively impacted. Even though going through all this shows how Skylanders shows negative impacts to the environment through pollution of some type of the four elements that I want to talk about being life, air, water, and earth. Earth being fossil fuel, water being the oil spills, while air is being the pollution and smoke and gas going in the air, and life being the huge impact, not just being on pollution as a whole and what would happen. Because we are as a whole, as humans, are greedy. We are very greedy. So if we want something like fossil fuel being our main one, we want to do it. So we would drill. We will destroy life and earth just to make more money for that sweet, sweet oil. And that will destroy life itself. So I want to end this on a note of how a little reveal on Bosch. So obviously, there is being shown, and this will be the end of how Skylanders can show environmental science through pollution. And thank you for listening to this little video today.